Okay.
I want to say hello to my guy, James Payne. Thanks for coming in on the SPS mental health moment. You know, I was saying I need to reach out to some people. You know, I want to get back to my normal thing, which is normally just being out here doing the interviews. And I said, man, what better person to reach out to first is my guy, Payne. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I can't complain. Just trying to get through this thing, man. You know how this goes, so.
Yeah, I know. The reason I thought about reaching out to you is because, of course, you know, we do the interviews, but also just really talking about the mental health side of what's going on with people right now. And people got their different views, but I believe the coronavirus is real. And in my view, if you don't believe it's real, go to the hospital, you know, and check in at the hospital. And then me and you talked offline about, you know, people who may have transitioned and whatnot. And what I really want to do is just get your feedback of what things have been like for you ever since the coronavirus came into our life, how that's impacted your life, how that's kind of impacted things you normally work on, and kind of touch on some of the things you're working on too.
Well, just with work in general, man. You know, being a dean of students at a middle school, you know, we haven't been physically in the building with the kids since March 13th. March 13th was our last day for that. I was up there last week. Me and just the admin staff, we were passing our laptops to the parents for the kids. So parent pull up, we get their ID, you know what I mean? Just very minimum contact as far as that, man. You know, everything we do is crowded situations as far as, you know, coaching, you know, schooling, you know, guys, you know, people are close to each other when it comes to that, you know, with this social distance. It's been kind of, you know, it's been kind of weird, man. Weird is the best word I could use, man. You know, not being able to do, you know, some of the simple things that you do on an everyday basis, man. Just take for granted. You know what I mean? I take that type of thing for granted, like being able to get up and just kind of do what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're an active guy like me. You're an entrepreneur. You got the Woo League, you know, that's been going on, and now you've been working to get that going. So talk to me about how that's impacted things, obviously, because you can't play right now, but how has it been dealing with that, and what else has been going on?
Just trying to keep people intrigued. So, you know, you got to use your platforms to do that, you know, just kind of like you're using this platform right here, you know, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those things are important, you know, to kind of keep the guys engaged with what you're doing, letting them know that you're still working, letting them know, you know, make sure that they're getting everything together, you know, because once it opens up, you know, we're going right into it. Like I was telling you offline, just keeping in touch with the people that kind of work with you when you're doing that, you know, your Jersey people, you know, all your people who do all your stuff, you know, your referees.
Right.
Those type of things, man. Just trying to keep life going in an everyday aspect with this going on, man. It puts stuff in perspective for you. I'll tell you that.
Right.
So for me,
I was going to ask you that because you talking to so many people about perspective, but talk about that, but also talk about what it's like talking to your athletes who are coming from all over the world. And you know what's going on with them, but do talk about. Can you move the water bottle? You gonna make me want to drink it, man. You move the water bottle.
My fault.
I want to see how you really. I'm focused on that. But listen, talk about. You're fine. Talk about perspective, like you said, but also I'm curious to know what it's like with those people that you're reaching out to that have these ties all over the basketball world.
Well, I'll just start with the JP Sports Management, the guys I manage. They're back home now. Some of the guys I had overseas, Jason Thompson overseas, Wesley Johnson, his first year overseas this year.
Where is he at?
He was in Japan.
Japan, okay.
Yeah, he was in Japan. So just with those guys, you know, kind of transitioning them back, and then I have some guys that I still deal with in SAC. Their transition back, you know, it's been frustrating because it's a stoppage. So you know those guys, that's how they feed their families.
How are they talking when you talk to them?
Everybody's upbeat. You know, everybody just wants to get back to doing what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want to get back to what they're doing, man. And it's you know, you just gotta kind of, you know, when they're down, you gotta be the guy to give them the, you know, the words that they need to hear. You know, because sometimes with with professional athletes, dealing with them, man, everybody tells them what they want to hear. A lot of people don't tell them what they need to hear. And so with me starting, you know, that was one of the things I did when I started JP Sports Management. That was kind of one of the goals for me, man, was to, you know, me being a former athlete, you know, kind of being catered to, you know, saying wasn't a superstar, wasn't an elite guy, but was pretty good. Sometimes you hear what you want to, what you want to hear, not what you need to hear.
Yeah.
And for me, even in these times, you still got to give them positive, you know, reinforcement, but you also got to let them know, man, you know, you guys got, you know, unlimited resources. So you still got to find ways to work out. You still got to find ways to do things. You still got to motivate yourself, because when it's over, it ain't going to be with the overseas part. You're going right back in the playing.
Right.
So you got to be prepared and play. You know what I'm saying? With those guys with the, you know, people don't say money is everything, but when you have a, you know, money, you know, things kind of open up for you that can't open up for somebody who doesn't have it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you can make a call and get a gym open. You can make a call and get a guy to work you out. You know what I'm saying? When you're kind of unmotivated.
You think everyone's taking advantages, or that go catch some people off guard because they may not have the same kind of drive and work ethic compared to other people? They may kind of fall back a little bit.
Some people take the time because overseas is a grind.
Right.
So, you know, so they might have took some time to get their bodies rested, but you know what I mean? They right back at it. You know what I mean? Like just with and then, you know, touching off base with that, just with the guys, you know, me transitioning from WC3 to Henry Ford.
Yeah, congratulations. You're taking on the role as assistant head coach at Henry Ford College, right?
Yeah. So just transitioning from that, I still got
same colors as WC3, right?
Yeah. I feel right. You know, WC3 will always be home, man.
Yeah.
You know,
you're an alum. You're an alum too.
Yeah, played there, coached there, you know what I'm saying, graduated from there, all that good stuff, man. I wish them nothing but the best, got a lot of love for those guys. But, you know, just kind of transitioning with that, I still got guys that I recruited over there, you know, that they still call for. Right. And then trying to reach out to the new guys and build rapport with them, you know what I'm saying, like through these FaceTimes and Zooms and those type of things, man. Just
let me ask you, do you think a lot of coaches are doing that? Do you think a lot of coaches are taking advantage of that? You've always been, because you're just a hustler by nature. That's not taking anything away from coaches. But do you think there's a separation between people like you who are already proactive and other coaches who are trying to ease into it or may not be embracing it?
No, I think everybody's working, man, because with nothing being open and you not being able to get guys on campus, man, this is essential. You know, this is important. So, you know, for a guy who, you know, I've had some frustrations with some of the coaches around the city sending guys away from here.
I saw a post you put out about that.
Yeah, instead of keeping them here. And you know, especially in this time. You know what I mean? Like you can't go visit the campus, you can't go do that. Yeah, you can kind of get a feel for the coach and feel comfortable, but when that kid gets out there, what if he's not feeling
talk about when you buy a house, you should go look at the house during the daytime, you should go look at it at night too.
Yes, sir. Great point.
Yeah.
Great point. So I've been frustrated with that, but just making sure that the guys that I'm leaving are in a good place and they want, you know what I'm saying, to continue what they're doing and letting them know that I'm still there and I still love them and it had nothing to do with them, but it was a growth process for me. And some of the guys at Henry Ford I recruited to come to WC3, so I got a good rapport with them. You know, just reaching out to them, letting them know, you know what I'm saying, you know, coaches already welcomed me to the staff, but, you know, getting a rapport with them,
right?
You know, letting them know I did scout them when they weren't, when I was playing against them, and, you know, what I feel like they should work on, you know, some of the things that I used to try to force them to do, you know what I mean, and something like that. So it's kind of a win-win for me because I scouted everybody in the league, so I know all the kids, so I know what their likes, what their dislikes are, right, what they like to do on the court, off the court. So I kind of go to them and, you know, tell them, look, man, this is how I felt when I scouted you. You know what I mean? That's against you, but
this
is
something in a unique situation because you've had that experience with them already, and that probably adds to your credibility when you're dealing with them, right?
No doubt. And I'm well respected out here because I'm at every tournament. I'm in every
these streets, baby. You stay in these streets.
Yeah. So for me, all the kids know me, and on top of the Woo League.
Let me ask you
So
this.
that, you know
We
what I'm
want
saying? So
to
that,
talk about the Woo League too.
yeah, so that
As
brings
a
it
coach,
full circle.
yeah, as a coach, as a motivator, especially dealing with this, current Corona, post-Corona, how important is it for you to kind of keep guys motivated, and how realistic that some guys can kind of, get really down a lot because of what may be going on? I mean, you and I talked about how Corona's impacted your circle with some people that have passed. So what about the other part about the guys who aren't upbeat all the time? What is it like dealing with that?
It's tough. I'm a grinder, but I'm not upbeat all the time. I got I got a couple, like I said, a couple phone calls over the last few days. I lost a former college teammate, Cedric Tompkins, man, a very good individual, man. Gary Green, Willie Green's uncle, who used to open up Greater Grace Academy for us, man, when me and Willie and some of his other siblings
people who
were
may
younger.
not be familiar, that's Willie Green, current assistant coach for the Golden State Warriors.
No, he's with Phoenix now.
He's with Phoenix now. That's right. He came over with Monty. Right.
Yeah. So he was a great mentor, man. Over in the neighborhood that I grew up in, he was a great mentor, man. He was lost. He had a heart attack, and he passed away. So it's just the last 48 hours has been kind of a tough
and I'm
situation.
just curious, with Mr. Green's passing, are they calling that COVID-19 related?
No, I think from what I was told from Willie when we were texting, he said he had a heart attack. So
yeah, heart attack. Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, so it's
But still, I mean, they can't have a funeral like they normally would then.
Yeah, man, all that is tough, and it's just it's unspeakable, it's unheard of. This is something that we have not never dealt with before, and people aren't really taking it as serious as they should, man. And it's causing us to keep getting extensions and not really being able to get back to a comfortable way of living. And some people need to take this a little more serious, man. You only need to go out when necessary. You only need to do just the bare minimum of what you need to do, which is food, maybe check on your family, man, and take care.
If you can. Now, on that point, and I can appreciate that. And I try not to be controversial with the things I do, but I guess sometimes you got an opinion. You do. I put a post up the other day. It just really bothered me seeing people of all different backgrounds. Just being out. Not taking certain precautions. And I'm like, and it really bothered me to the point where I say, the term I'm introducing is public health integrity, man. If we don't do the right things, we never go feel comfortable being out. And people like you who got these great events that you're working on, it's gonna be tough. So you saying that, I think, says a lot, because you're an influencer to these young people you're coaching, the young people you're around. I think that means a lot that you speak to something like that and say that.
Yeah, man, it's serious, man. It's really serious, man. We're losing a lot of great people. A lot of things are going on because people are being irresponsible. And I don't have
the conspiracy theorists. Now, I'm down for good conspiracy theory at times, but dude, people giving me messages when people on their timeline or their friends have already died. You saying, oh, they this and that, but you friends with somebody who passed away. I'm like,
yeah. So
go tell
for me, man, with this Corona thing, man, I have lost in a month and a half, almost 2 months, man. I've lost 9 people.
Stop.
9 people. And it hasn't all been Corona related, but and this is how I feel about it. Some things wouldn't have happened. Like, I lost a very good friend that I work with. So she passed away on a Friday. She had a car accident. Somebody hit her from the back, dislodged her from the car. Very tough thing for me to deal with. But on an initial Friday, we're at work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we would be in a classroom,
right,
if this wasn't going on. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And this never happens. And my friend is still here. And so that's the way I look at it. And I look at it, God takes us when he's supposed to, and not when, you know what I mean, and not by mistake. But I feel like if people were taking this thing more seriously, we wouldn't have had the stay home order. We wouldn't have had this. And my friend would have been in the classroom teaching the kids instead of getting the back of her car hit and her getting dislodged and her passing away. So that's the way I kind of look at the situation. And I put a post up today about living in the past.
I saw that.
And yeah, and it was me. I was frustrated yesterday. I was very frustrated yesterday. I talked to my brother. Shout out to my brother, and I talked to
share with people who your brother is, so people don't know.
Oh, Rob Murphy, head men's basketball coach at Eastern.
Absolutely.
And then I talked to my cousin Rob Reddy Murray. He's been coaching high school for about 20 years now. So I talked to those two guys, man, yesterday. I got an email yesterday morning. I applied for the Lake Michigan head coaching job. And they sent me back. You know how when, they send you back to human resource things. Sorry,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're looking to another candidate and this and that, man. And I was in the dumps. I'm not gonna lie, because I applied for the Owens Community College job as a head coach and this one, and they both didn't even give me a chance to interview. So I'm like, man, like what am I doing, and what is the problem, man? And my brother was like, man, why are you mad? Like that ain't something that God had planned for you. I'm like, he like, man, I know you want your own program. I know he like, but it's steps to this. He was like, so he sent me a message this morning, like, yesterday's gone. What are you doing today to get better and to move forward? You can't worry about what happened 5 years ago. You can't worry about what happened yesterday. Today is a new day. Stop thinking about the past and make sure that you're looking forward to the next thing. So
that's so needed for right now, man. That message.
Yeah, so he sent me the message.
That's so needed.
Sent me the message and was like, so what are you doing to help Henry Ford get better today? Like, what are you doing so y'all can win? So when you put that next job in, you add that to your resume that you guys won and you're doing this and you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing?
And I appreciate you being so candid on this platform and sharing. When you're applying for something and in your mind you saying, okay, I'm ready for this, and you got all these things, and then when you get the disappointment of not getting it, it kind of grows your whole world to a whole new world now, because now you've like kind of gone to this point. Talk about how important it is to be able to embrace it and be okay with it and try to move on.
It's just not meant for me. I just look at it like it's their mistake. It's not mine. You know what I mean? I know what I bring to the table. I know the work I put in, and I used to look at it like, man, guys getting jobs and they can't do this and they can't do that. And my friend Rob Murray sent me a text yesterday like, it's not about who's what, and how many times other people get opportunities and this and that. He said, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, and what's made for you will be for you.
Right.
He said, so don't look at it and get mad. He was like, enjoy it, embrace it, continue to work and pray.
Mm-hmm. And there you go.
And it made me look at it in a whole different perspective, because I get so frustrated and I look at it in a negative way. Like, these guys ain't better than me, and it ain't about that. It's about opportunity, and it's about what those people feel that they're looking for. And I just wasn't what they were looking for.
What's
you know what I mean?
Is that the bigger story, when we look back on this, when we kind of go back, we're going to see this as just a part of it. I'll never forget Dr. Dieter Henneke. He since passed away. He was the president of Western Michigan University when I was a student there. And I was an assistant. I worked when we got really, really close. I mean, we got real close. And I remember he was telling me about disappointment, because I think I had applied for something. I was in touch with him. I didn't get a job. Can't remember what it was, but he said, Lindsay, he remembered when he was he had applied for the job to be the president of Oakland University, of course, years ago. And he didn't get it. He talked about how hurt he was, but then he also talked about how, there probably was going to be another better opportunity. And look at him. He ended up becoming the president of Western, which was, at the time, a more influential opportunity. So it sucks when you're going through it, man. It sucks when you're going, but it's great that you have people around you and that you're also someone who's confident enough to share your message. I think a lot of people can pull something from that, and that's really important, man.
Yeah, and for me, man, I don't understand why people don't want to share. You know what I mean? So for me, like my brother just recently wrote a book, and I'm thinking about
Title
doing
deep, right?
yeah, Title D. Yeah,
Yep.
the story of Rob Murphy. I'm thinking about kind of doing the same, like kind of a maybe not a book, but more of a documentary.
I
You know what I
like
mean?
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
SPS, get in on that, man.
yeah. So once this stuff clears up, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna sit down with a few people, man, and kind of get it together, and then I'm just gonna start taping. You know what I mean? Going around the certain
Yeah.
spots. Take a trip to Cali and make sure that major part of it is into it, and I'm gonna make it happen, man. Because I think I have a story. You know, everybody has a story, but I think I have one that needs to be heard, and that's kind of the title that I'm gonna put in. Like everybody is gonna be called Everybody Has a Story.
And it's interesting that you say that. I mean, I'm sure you may have had the idea, but think about how important it is for you to share the message now without you getting those opportunities you were looking at, compared to had you got them and you were like, all right, got it, I'm gone. And it's like, that's an afterthought compared
No,
to
for sure.
getting back. So how a so-called setback or a loss can really be something that can strengthen you and impact other people.
And that's the bad part, man. I looked at it as a setback, and I was like, why is that a setback? You know what I'm saying? I'm in a great situation with Coach Shep over at Henry Ford. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody wants their own program to, you know, to kind of prove to themselves and to everybody, you know, not really to everybody, but you know, to prove that you can do it at the same level.
You want to shut the haters down
that,
too, because we human.
Yeah. So for me, it wasn't a setback, man. I look at it more as a blessing.
That's good.
Because I'll be blessed with the right opportunity. And I just I got to be patient. I have to have a belief in God and continue to pray, man. And what's made for me is going to be made for me. And that's not just with coaching. That's for anything that I'm doing in life.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, it's, you know, I'm like I said, I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect. And I work on myself every day to get better with things. You know what I mean? Like people have to learn to accept what is for you and not try to force what's not for you. And that's the thing.
It doesn't mean you don't stop working hard. You're still a hard worker.
Yeah, it doesn't make me not qualified. It doesn't make me hello. Oh, yeah. There it is. It doesn't make me not worthy. It just means that opportunity wasn't the one. Right. So yeah, so you just continue to do what you do best, man, and that's just work, and that's what I do.
Try to wrap up with time too. One thing I think that's great about what you share, especially for young people who may look at this, anyone, we get this attitude that we're never supposed to not win. Everything's supposed to be a success, and you know, I think it's important that people understand that, hey man, these things happen. But for those people, and I'm going to put a resource out there who don't have that kind of support. You know, they talk about right now with people being at home that, you know, domestic violence is going up, you know, depression, all these things. There's a resource, the crisis text line. You can text 741-741. You can text that, and there'll be somebody on the other end to help you with that. There's also the American Foundation Suicide Prevention, www.afsp, suicide prevention, .org, AFSP, as a resource. I just want to put that out there because I know that when you share this, people may look at that and then, you know, I say there's nothing wrong with dealing with your mental health. I think it's more of a sign of strength and not weakness. You know, what do you think?
Yeah, anything that you're dealing with in life, you have to do it you have to go face forward. You got to go right into it. Like, so, you know, for people like, I don't have an understanding of domestic violence because that's nothing I grew up on. That's nothing I've seen. I can't see. It's hard for me to visualize somebody, you know, putting their hands on a significant other or a spouse and those type of things. So those type of things are very hard for me to understand, but I do understand it. Just like I said, that's a rough, tough situation, you know, for anybody. And I pray for people in those type of situations.
And you hope that people reach out to get help if they're dealing with something like that.
Get help or get out of it. You have to get out of it. Help is good, but the person that you're dealing with, you got to get out of it.
That's true. That's true. Before we wrap up, man, you want to just give an update on what's happening with the Woo League? I mean, I know things are at a standstill for all the people that follow you and the outstanding program that you have going on in Detroit and where it's going to be and, you know, and what you're ready to do when that green light goes and we finally do get back to some form of normalcy.
Yeah, so it's the start date is supposed to be June 20th. So that's the start date. I haven't pushed the start date back yet because I think if we get the order lifted by the time that I think we're supposed to, I still could. It'll give me like 3 weeks to get everything taken care of. But with this time, I've already put things in order and put things to play. So as soon as it opens up, all I got to do is talk to the NCAA and we're good to go.
Okay.
As for it's going to be at St. Cecilia.
Woo! At the Saint, baby.
Yeah, I'll be at the Saints. So looking forward to getting back over there, man. What else? Yeah, we just like I said, I got everything ready to go. I just gotta pull the trigger on everything. Like with this time I've taken a lot of time to get, stuff done with my management company, with my payroll, with my league.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people know I just got a nonprofit called the James Payne Foundation.
Okay.
What I'll be doing speaking engagements. That'll be more of like a speaking engagement type thing, motivational speaking.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I've also got my hands in the Classic. I don't know if you're familiar with the Classic that goes on at Eastern every year.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing that and what's been happening. They had some real big teams highlighting that too.
Yeah, so that's
Lincoln game that went down and whatnot. Yeah,
that's my tournament now.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so
okay.
Yeah, so that's my tournament now. Just kind of, pushing the envelope, man, to get things going. So anything that's going on basketball wise, and you see high school at Eastern, that's JP Sports Management. So
okay.
Yeah, just looking, just looking to keep advancing. Like I said, so that opportunity ain't come, but I got multiple opportunities, man, and I'm just blessed to be in a situation to continue to work and continue to grind, man. Like I said, well, I'm working on that though. What we talked about too. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
The goal is with this it kind of hurt the sponsoring. So, with this coming down, people ain't trying to give up too much money now.
Yeah, I understand.
But the goal was 5, but then as I've been looking on, the goal is 3. So we'll get you down for 3.
Okay.
So
okay.
I just got to get you those. Just got to get you those dates.
We work it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being available, man. This is the SPS Mental Health Moment. We got Coach James Wu Payne representing WC3 alum and player, but also over at Henry Ford College. And he's going to be where he's at, doing a great job until his next opportunity. Who knows where that may be, but until then, you're going to do it. I just appreciate you being available. We want to circulate this and keep people positive. Any last words before we take off?
Oh, no, man. Like I said, I always appreciate you, giving me a call, man, and, allowing me to get on there and express my platforms and do everything I need to do, man. I always appreciate you, man, and I just want to say thank you, man. And, let's get this out here, man. Let's share it. Let's make sure that we're doing whatever we do. So I don't know where you putting it, Facebook, Twitter, wherever.
Everywhere, baby. You know what we do.
So yeah. So just let me know when you're done getting it together, man. And I'm ready to share. So make sure we both get the love that we deserve. We hardworking guys, man. So.
And then we can help some other people too.
No, that's the most important part, man. Helping people in whatever way we can, and whatever platform or whatever it is. It's the basketball, it's the mental health. If it's anything, man. So yeah. So I'm always down.
Okay.
Yep, so.
Well, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna link up soon, and thanks for checking in with us. Okay.
No problem, man. Be safe. God bless you and your family as well.
You too, brother. Take care.
Yeah. All right. Later. Yep.
Hey, baby, come on out.